As we approach Memorial Day, we're reminded of the profound sacrifices American men, women, and their families make in the face of war. Here to share more on how the Congressional Medal of Honor Society at Patriots Point is honoring the brave is Mount Pleasant Mayor Will Haynie. Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Great to see you too.
Thank you.
We've got a big event today, and we're so excited because Mount Pleasant, the Low Country, is home to the Medal of Honor Society's designated site here.
That's right.
So tell us more about
That's right. Well, we're the only designated site that has a museum on it in the United States. Congress, by an act in 1999, recognized with the museum there in Patriots Point as a Medal of Honor site.
Yeah.
So we're very proud of that. So there's the museum, which the town helped fund. Then there's the Medal of Honor Society, which is made up of the recipients. Their headquarters are on the Yorktown. And then there's the Medal of Honor Center for Leadership, which is going to be built right beside the Yorktown. That is a Mount Pleasant-based effort to take the values and the history of the Medal of Honor and spread that message throughout the country and even the world, for that matter. So we are the home in Mount Pleasant of all things Medal of Honor.
Yes, I was going to say, there's so much going on over
Yes.
there. When does ground get broken on the foundation?
They're looking at next year.
Next year.
2025 for the Center for Leadership, which will be shoreside.
Yes.
And what's opening today is the museum on the ship. There has been a museum there for 20-something years. And so the Center for Leadership gave the money to the society to upgrade it, and what you're going to see is a true museum of the 21st century. It's going to blow people away.
Yeah, you say it's very immersive
Yes.
and very interactive. So what are some of the things that people can see
Well,
today that they couldn't see yesterday?
Well, as Brett Sablinski, who is the president of the Medal of Honor Society, he is a recipient, says, we're trying to change one person at a time. So when you go in there, and I've seen a preview, I think you're going to love it. As you go in, if you think about old things behind glass that you just sort of walk by,
Sure.
That's a museum of the 20th century. The 21st Century Museum is an immersive experience. There's interaction, there is sounds, and there are things that you feel. And also there are Medal of Honor artifacts that will be seen in public for the first time ever.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's a walk through history so that, every recipient, we think of them as these other reality type humans. They are ordinary Americans who did something extraordinary on one day of their life. And so as you go in, it was first awarded in the Civil War, so you were immersed in what life was like for someone born in the 1800s. And then World War I, the Spanish-American War, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the War on Terror. So you experience sort of life like that, which makes you as an American realize that I might have that in me too, but they met their moment and did something great for others, not just for their country, but for other people to their left and to their right.
Very inspiring and wonderful for also school-age children to come
Absolutely.
and take the tour and to experience that firsthand.
This is not the type of museum where you have to be well-read on all things of history and the Medal of Honor to get, and it's designed that way by the modern professionals.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it myself. The tour is going to be fantastic, and it's going to be open to the public later this month?
On the 25th, which is a Saturday.
Okay, fabulous. So when you reflect on Medal of Honor recipients, what comes to mind? What are you hoping that people do take away from walking through? So once they've seen it from beginning to end, what is it that's so inspiring that they can take into their daily lives?
One is to remember and honor what those people did.
Yeah.
But what the recipients will tell you, and we have General Livingston in Mount Pleasant, our resident recipient who they will tell you that you as an American have the same thing in you. You just have to realize that a moment will come in your life when you may be called to do the extraordinary, and that's the real takeaway about this whole museum, to commemorate them and what they did, and all of them are recognized there. Is important, but what they will tell you is it's more important that you don't just remember them or their name, although that is important, but that you remember this country is worth it and that you are worth it.
Yes, it's true. And don't you find, though, that moments like these, it just reminds us of how important our love for our country is when we tend to absorb the day-to-day news and we get a little despondent over what's happening in our country. This renews our love, I would think.
Well, as I heard General Livingston say today, he was a Vietnam recipient.
Yes.
And you know, they were protested when they got back, but they went over there and risked their lives to protect that freedom.
That's right.
So it's not just so that we can all agree, but it's so we have the freedom to express ourselves in an open society, and that's what they defended.
Indeed. All right, so Saturday, May 25th at 10 a.m. from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's the public opening of the museum. They're going to have live actors. They're going to hand out flags. It's going to be a wonderful family-friendly event. Thank you so much, Mayor, for joining us. Great to see you again.
Thank you very much.
We're back after this.